Hi Libra, welcome back to the channel. I have a love reading for you today. Before I even got started with your reading, I had this instinct to start off your reading by saying, explaining who this could be. Because sometimes you feel like it may be the person that's on your mind, but it could be the person who you're consuming their mind, like the strongest energy put towards you. So sometimes, you could be in a new relationship, you could be dating someone new, and you really are giving all of your intention and energy to that person. But there could be someone from your past who's consuming themselves with thoughts of you that is the strongest energy in your love reading, okay? And so I see why I felt the need to say that. Obviously, from the thumbnail, you've seen that we have memories here. We also have observing. We also have this card that can come off a little alarming. I feel like this just kind of explains this person's energy right now. It could be a lot of negativity, or you consider this to be a very negative person in your life. So this card came out, witchcraft, okay? I feel like this could be like a failed love spell or failed love intentions. Like maybe this person really feels like you guys are supposed to be back together, that you're supposed to be in their life right now, but they had failed intentions with you. Or, they feel this way, but they weren't able to succeed with that based off of the past, based off of their past behaviors. Now someone's kind of sitting in negativity, okay? And I also feel like the way that someone is consumed with thoughts of you, it almost feels like a love spell. It feels like they're just in this period of obsession, okay? So memories, observing, witchcraft, and then we also have gossip. So yeah, this person definitely has a negative attachment towards you. It feels like they're watching you, they're reminiscing, they're missing you being in their life. They miss that chapter that they had with you. They wish they could go back in time. They're observing you right now. They could be watching you on social media, maybe watching you through a mutual friend. This person's definitely keeping tabs on you. And then with the gossip card, because they feel like they didn't get the outcome with you that they wanted, and maybe they're not able to internalize that and take accountability and responsibility for that being the outcome, they could be gossiping about your life, your new life, without them, who you're dating, who you're in a relationship with, okay? So we have all those cards coming out, and obviously this person is feeling really butthurt about you. And this is the next 48, by the way, so just lots of thoughts about you. We also have family here. This person could have been introduced to your family. They may have had a close relationship at one point with your family. Maybe you do have children with this person as well. Okay, someone's not doing too well. I feel like someone feels like you guys were supposed to have the home together, the happy home. But again, there's like this dismissal of their actions that led to it falling apart. And then we have surprise here as well. So as they're watching you, they're surprised by maybe your new life. They're surprised maybe that you have a new person in your life, that you're dating someone. It looks like your life is very happy, joyous, positive, harmonious, and it's shocking them. All right. I don't know why they're so shocked about this. Now, I also pulled some more cards about this person. We have snake coming out. So snake talks about deception. I feel like the biggest part of this person's deception is lying to themselves about what they truly feel for you. It's almost like around their friends or whoever they're gossiping to you about. Could even be a third party that they're gossiping to you about. Gossiping about you to. It's like they're in denial. Like they want to act like they're not interested in you anymore, but obviously all of the obsessive energies right now that's coming out in this reading points to them being totally infatuated with you. There's also a lot of jealousy coming from this person. They feel betrayed by something. They feel backstabbed. This person could have a toxic trait about them or toxic habits. They feel like you're giving them the silent treatment. This person feels like what they have to offer you or what's their go-to to offer to people to kind of draw them in is like seduction and sexuality. So maybe this person feels like that's what they can offer you at this time, all right? And yeah, something's very counterproductive. It like even all the attention that they're paying to you is very counterproductive to what they should be doing right now. This person feels uprooted. Okay, so they feel like your life has had some very radical, crazy changes. You're in that new relationship. You started a new job. Your finances have really grown. You look really happy. So it's a big difference from when you guys were in cahoots or when you guys were together. This person feels like, displaced from your life. So now they're removed from your life and you have new, better things coming in. This person could have went through a major makeover. Something looks different about them. Maybe their face or their weight, maybe how they dress. Something just looks very off, right? With you as well, they feel like something's changing within you. So they also feel like you look a little different too. All right. They feel like you guys have been set apart or, led adrift. They feel separation. They feel like this was a forced change that they didn't want. And they're looking for some type of opportunity to rekindle. And then last but not least, we have the helm here. And the helm just tells you to steer clear from like distractions, obstacles, toxic people or environments. So that's just, just a reminder to you that if this person does try to reach out, if they try to come around, try to steer clear from them because they're not even in a positive energy to interact. Okay. All right. Let's jump into this reading. Let's see for my Libras and their love life. What can they expect the next 48 hours? Give me some messages for my Libras. What can they expect for the next 48 hours in their love life? What's happening? Consequences. Okay, someone is reaping consequences for how they treated you in a relationship or in a situation. All right, so whoever this is, very much on the defense. Okay, I'm also seeing Leo energy with the strength card being here. All right, but they don't have to be a Leo. But it feels like this person is very much on the defense with the Seven of Wands here. They also are in a period of self-discovery. They're going through the Six of Swords. They're going through a transitional phase. All right. Maybe they feel like their life is not as good as it was when they were with you. Maybe they had more opportunities, more blessings, more luck when they were with you. And now it feels like a little bit of a downgrade that they're going through. But this also is a period of reflection for them to reflect on maybe what actions and behaviors led to this consequence. I know this is a period of consequences for whoever this is because we have justice here. So things are being balanced out. Karma is being balanced out. Libra, you are justice energy. So when it comes to people who interact with you, it's almost like be careful, of how you treat Libra because, Libra, you do rule that karmic energy. So if you feel like this person if you never got justice, if you feel like this person never got consequences for what they did, they are reaping that now. Okay, this person is experiencing some type of devastation. They could be a little down or depressed right now. They are experiencing a lot of endings that feel like harsh endings, okay? Including how they feel about you. They feel like this will not be recovered with that Ten of Swords. This is a done deal. It's sealed and delivered. And it's painful. It's a hard pill to swallow, okay? And then your energy, very positive. We have the meditation card. So you should find that life, especially within the next 48, is very peaceful. You're finding peace in your life. You feel protected and secure. You may feel one with spirit. You could feel like you are just reaching balance again, almost like temperance energy. You feel really blessed, and you also have a very strong connection to divine right now. You could be following orders, you're trying to stay on your path. And I see you doing that. So even in your career, you could be experiencing some growth, okay? It does feel like it was very slow to happen, but the good thing about slow and steady is that it's guaranteed and it's also permanent. So whatever progress that you're having right now is like permanent in your life. You're reaching a next chapter. You could be getting a bigger role in your business or your company. Your business could be accelerating. Maybe you're opening doors to new customers, returning customers, or you're dropping maybe something that you worked so hard on for a long time. You're finally able to release it, and it's going to be received very well. It may be a very consistent seller in your business, okay? And also when it comes to your finances, your material world, I feel like you're about to reach some type of achievement. It may be a small win, but it's almost like a reminder that you're on the right path, okay? So really good things happening in your life. Let's see what this is about. Tell me about the meditation card and the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like you are feeling super confident. You probably didn't feel that confident in the past, maybe even in 2025. You didn't feel as confident as you usually do, and now your confidence is restored. All right, so that's also another sign that you have been walking in alignment. Tell me about this Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Chariot. Yeah, I was getting that. Lots of career success or business success right now. All right. So this is a good time to ask for what you deserve. So if you're ready for a new role, if you're ready for more pay, it's a good time to go and do that. I see that you're going to have a successful outcome for that. If you're launching something or relaunching something or rebranding, you're getting a big yes to go forward with that. If you're wanting to pick up a side hustle that could bring you some extra income, this is a good time to start that thing, okay, that you've been thinking of, the idea that you've had. All right, but this is the energy of trying again. So if you tried to do something previously and you got a no, you got shut down, maybe you felt overlooked, it's a good time to try that thing again. And I see you being very creative with whatever this is. So maybe there's a hustle or a business that you're going to be starting. A brand that you're going to be starting here. Let's see. Tell me about the Knight of Pentacles. All right, Nine of Cups. I feel like the biggest thing too that you could be very proud of is that you worked really hard to get to a place where now you're going to have a really good work-life balance. And a lot of things are aligning with that. So I see a new lover. Some of you guys are already dealing with this person, and it just shows that you're going to be able to cultivate that relationship without being stressed about bills, without being stressed about your job or your business or just your finances. So something starts to balance out where you can make room for love or to cultivate the love that you have. And with the Nine of Cups here, you also are getting a lot of wish fulfillment, a lot of yeses. You could be meeting someone that's your dream partner, okay? Or you're dealing with that person right now. You feel like this person has a lot of great qualities that you like. This person could have a really good career with the Knight of Pentacles. This person, it feels like you guys met, but you guys grown very slowly. So it wasn't like they just came into your life and then you guys got together really fast. It's almost like we took our time, we became friends, then we became lovers. All right. This person shows you that they're consistent. They show you that they can be reliable. All right. This person also very consistent with what they say they're going to do, or consistent with communication, consistent with their efforts, consistent with romance. So that's something that you may really like about this person. I'm also getting Aries energy with the red. Okay. So I feel like a big Aries energy. There's also something very significant about cars with the Chariot and the Knight of Pentacles being here. All right. You and this person may have a sudden interest together on cars. So this could be like, you know, going to the car shows, joining a car club. This could be going to the racetrack. This could be looking at cars online. Maybe, you know, you guys talk about your dream cars. I see you getting really into cars. And maybe even if you're not into cars like that, I see you getting into it just to have like a shared interest with your partner. This person, like you want to show them that you care about their interests too, because they've consistently shown you that they care about whatever interests you have. Okay. All right. So on the other hand, we do have this person here who's reaping a lot of consequences for what they did to you. I feel like the biggest consequence is that you're no longer in this person's life. And you close that door. You're not repeating a cycle. So that's a big wake up call in itself, because they're realizing how much they needed you, how much value you have, your self-worth. They're realizing that now. They may not have paid attention to that in the past. Tell me about the Ten of Swords with this person. Okay, so the first thing I'm seeing here is that this person, even though they're getting this message of the Ten of Swords, which is finality and stop beating a dead horse and let it go, move on. I see that they're going to keep trying. They're going to keep trying to get your attention. They haven't done anything right now. I feel like this person's confidence is low. Okay, so it's almost like the Wheel of Fortune. Your confidence is really high right now. Their confidence is very low. But one thing I'm seeing is that they're not getting it. It's that energy of denial. So I see this person's going to keep trying. This is the keep trying card. All right. So, and it could be over a span of time. It's not happening right now. They're not making impulsive actions right now. It's almost like they're going to try to prepare themselves to get better to what you would normally like. The things that you asked of this person when you were dealing with them, they're finally about to do those things. Okay. It does take time. It's over like a month span, over a couple of months span, but they are going to lock in. All right. This is the Seven of Pentacles. It's like investing in something now for it to grow later or to reap those benefits later. So I see someone almost doing like this 180 for you. You're influencing them to do this. And their goal here, what's their goal? Yeah, Knight of Wands, very determined. So they're springing into action. Someone could be working out. Like they literally bought a gym membership for you. Okay, let's see. What's their goal here? So they're seeing you as worth it now. Like you're so worth it to them now. Now to dedicate, all this time to try to get you back. It's not going to be an overnight thing. It's going to take months on months end. But they're now wanting to invest in it. And their reason is the Ten of Pentacles. They really think that in this lifetime, you guys are supposed to have that family. You guys are supposed to be together and create some type of legacy. All right. And they also feel like maybe they have nothing to lose now, especially with the Ten of Pentacles. That's like, I'm all in. Like when you're at the Baccarat table, you're like, yes, I'm all in. You're investing all that you have. Okay. So someone sees you as the total investment, but there's still consequences. So even if you have this change of heart, even if now you change your mind and you're ready to work hard to get Libra back, there's still consequences that this person has to face. Okay. So there's a lot of stagnation coming towards this person. It's like they're going to have to work hard over maybe a year. And then on top of that, you can't start the work until you reap the consequences. So let's see, what are these consequences that someone may be dealing with? Someone literally could have like a legal situation right now. All right, but let's see, what is this? Things have to go back into balance and order. Things have to be fair. It has to be fair. All right, Nine of Wands. And okay, Nine of Wands. There's a big consequence on this person's motivation, their drive, and their stamina. Maybe even their resilience of how they are able to bounce back after hard times. Okay, so there's a stagnant period here for this person. We have the Nine of Wands, which is the card of fatigue or getting tired easily, feeling burnt out in life. Okay, so they may be feeling really burnt out and having a hard time to lock into their goals because of some type of consequences. Maybe this person made life really hard for you, and then in that outcome, it made you feel like it was really hard to lock into your goals. So it's almost like, what happened over there has to happen over here. And this is the card of you can. It's a very confident card. So if this is this person's consequences, there's a lack of confidence to do things, to transform their life, to go after their goals. That's something that they're going to have to push through. But it makes it harder when you have this, this is the judgment. This is what's happening here. All right. Anything else Libra needs to know? Okay, Ten of Cups. Very happy period in your love life. I really feel like you're meeting someone. Some of you guys, this person's already in your life, but you're meeting someone who's going to become your family. This is someone that if you do have children, if you're a parent, your children are really going to take a deep liking to. This is someone who's going to be your true partner, someone that you can rely on when you don't have it all, when you don't have the energy to do something, when you don't have the capacity to do something. This person comes through for you. They have stability in their life, okay? So it's not like they're bringing chaos or drama towards you. It feels like you and this person are going to be very harmonious, all right? It's definitely a lot of compatibility here. And I see a deep love unfolding. If things started really slow, if it was a slow burn between you and this person, I see that you guys are finally falling into love. Like, oh my God, I do love you, and I realize what that means. And now we can start to make those fast movements. Now we can talk about marriage. Now we can get in a relationship. Now we can move in together or talk about what that means or what that looks like. Okay? So you have a really nice future here with this person, but this past person, they're going to have a little bit of a struggle, but I see them locking in almost to like impress you or to win you back, right? They want that investment back that they didn't do well on. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Bye, y'all.